Kick-ass facts. Boo, 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 boo. If you want to live longer, help more people. This is one of the most effective ways of lessening the effects of depression. A team of psychologists reviewed the impact of regular volunteering and found that it had the chance of reducing a person's mortality rate by a whopping 22%. Also, when you express gratitude daily, your overall emotional state and quality of life increases. Thank you for being you. People lie a lot more in written communication compared to in-person communication. Emails, chats, or text messages are highly ranked among the top modes of lying. Last is lying in person. The pupil increases by 45% when we look at someone we love. Dilated pupils are caused by a surge of love hormones, oxytocin and dopamine, and when looking at someone you're sexually or romantically attracted to. You will almost always underestimate the time it takes to complete a task. In a study from 2022 with participants from various age groups, the results showed that people tend to finish tasks 3 weeks later than their realistic estimate. Additionally, they complete tasks a week later than their worst-case scenario estimate. One of your lifelong biases is the negativity bias, where your brain remembers the bad more than the good. It is estimated to overcome one negative life event, you need to experience 5 positive ones. Remember the 1998 movie The Truman Show? Although complete fiction at the time, it gave rise to a bizarre psychological syndrome called the Truman Syndrome. Isn't that clever? Considered a delusional state, people who suffer from it think their lives are staged TV shows. I'm going to start pretending I have Truman Syndrome, and I'm going to get like various sound bites, like audience applause and ooh, and I'm going to put them on a tape recorder. And that way, every time somebody says something, I can, you know where I'm going with this. You know. There is a predominantly male gesture called the crotch display. This is where men plant both feet firmly on the ground with their legs apart. Sometimes, if they're wearing a belt, their hands are on their belt and their crotch is a little tilted. It is a sign of dominance used unconsciously by men. It puts their masculinity on show and highlights the genitals. It is mainly used in a situation where there are other men and they might feel threatened. I just like to pee on people like a dog when I feel threatened. Throughout your entire life, you will live in a monkey sphere. Sadly, it's not what you think. It's not as cute as it sounds. It is defined as the maximum number of social relationships an individual can maintain at any one time. This concept revolves around the idea that in your life, the number of people you can conceptualize at once is limited to 150. This means that regardless of how many people you meet, you can actively only think of and care for about 150 people. Try like 7. Men and women cope with breakups differently. Women usually suffer initially while men deal with it long term. Women do the whole binge watch sad shows and eat ice cream and cry their hearts out while men pretend to be okay at first. As time passes, you'll find that women have gone through their processing stage and seem to get over things sooner than their ex-partners. On the other hand, men generally don't deal with their feelings and what's happened, so they tend to struggle with the pain much longer.